So I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for making this video because whenever Pokemon content is out and whenever I make a video talking about Pokemon, for some reason the Pokemon Justice Warriors come out of nowhere and they attack and they cut my throat, alright? But I'm going to be dropping my honest opinions on this new Pokemon MOBA game that we got going on here because it's interesting, alright? Pokemon Unite was something that I didn't expect, and what I was really expecting from this whole Pokemon Presents presentation today was to be surprised with maybe a new Let's Go type of game, or perhaps something more unique. I wasn't exactly expecting there to be a phone mobile game having its own direct to itself. You know, I feel like the Pokemon Unite Direct could have been put off, and it could have been mixed in with last time's Direct because they were announcing like 2 mobile games at the time. They announced Pokemon what was it called? Pokemon Brush or Pokemon something, Pokemon Smile, and then they announced Pokemon the other Pokemon game, Pokemon Cafe, which were 2 cool looking mobile games. I have nothing against those, and I feel like if they slid this in there with those other 2 games, it could have been a way better Direct, and they could have saved themselves the hassle of getting over 80k, probably more now that I'm recording this, dislikes on their YouTube video for their official stream. Now look, I'm not against Game Freak. You know, I have said a lot of things that have been varied about their games in the past. Pokemon Sword and Shield, while it was a decent game in its own way for the story, it was definitely not the most polished game out of any of the previous games we've had. We've seen Pokemon do a lot more with a lot less in the past, so it's weird to see that their quality is degrading down to this level. Another thing that I sort of wanted to throw on top was that I don't exactly agree with Tencent Games, just because I've read a lot of articles and heard a lot about this Chinese company. If you guys don't know, Tencent is involved in a lot of data transferring. They're involved in a lot of taking accounts and selling them off to the highest bidder. It's a Chinese government type of developer, and they have developed a lot of other cool games like PUBG for the mobile devices, which runs spectacular even on my crappy little phone here, which is not that crappy. It's a Galaxy A50, but it runs well on mobile devices. So I'm not worried about performance when it comes to it coming to the Switch and coming to mobile platforms, but I'm really worried about the security of those who try to download and play this app. It's going to be definitely one of the interesting things here, and I've already seen a lot of people making complaints about it. Another thing I wanted to talk about was the competitive vibe. All right, now we've had a lot of PokeTubers, a lot of competitive players come out of the woodworks after seeing this, and they've said that this is going to be a new aim. You know, people don't understand it because they're trying to make this a globally impacting competitive game. And while I can understand what you're saying, I don't think that this game is going to be as globally impactful as anything else. It's a Pokemon MOBA, and that is cool. That's really cool. Don't get me wrong, but let me finish my statement here. All right, it's a Pokemon MOBA, and I don't think that this game is going to exactly have the same polish as a League of Legends game or as anything else. We've seen a lot of Japanese or Chinese rip-off games of games. Like, have you guys seen there's like a Splatoon rip-off game, and it never really amounted to be anything. Now, the fact that this is backed by an official company, which means it's going to get a lot more support, is cool, but I still think that this type of game is not going to thrive. I feel like Pokemon Duel had a lot more of an opportunity to thrive than this game would, and I think it's not going to thrive as well because of its community perception right now. People hate this game. People hate that this game got its own little Direct for no reason, all right? And in my opinion, I think they're rightfully so for that, you know? I don't like it when people go after other people and call them immature and impatient, and they try to justify this release like it's something big, you know? Like, it's not that big, all right? We were sort of expecting something to be a console generated game. We were expecting a lot of things, and to a degree you could say that our expectations were a little too high. I get that. However, for a billion-dollar company like the Pokemon Company, I think that they should understand the viewer's grasp and know what to present and where to present it. In my opinion, I think that's just something that I think as a company you should know. You should know that dropping a mobile game on what's quote-unquote announced to be a big announcement should really piss a lot of people off, and I don't understand why they still went on with it, you know. I'm all for change. I'm all for different variations of gameplay. I'm all for different like activities when you're playing with that. Like, I'm all for the change. However, I think that they need to step up their presentation game because this was not the way to present a game like this. The game looks cool, all right? It looks It's not polished. It looks cool. I like the concept of it. I like the idea how they built it around, where there's two sides and you have Pokemon-like abilities that act as like mobile introductive characters, you know? But I feel sad knowing that this game is gonna get a lot of hate on release just because of how I know it released today. That's really it though, you know? I mean, a lot of people of you are gonna hate this, you know? But at the end of the day, there are going to be a lot of people that are unsatisfied. You know, Game Freak has provided a lot of, oh, not Game Freak, the Pokemon Company has provided a lot of unsatisfactory titles and gimmicks and qualities in their recent games, and their production has definitely gone down for some. Some of you may be able to bear it. A lot of you that are old veterans of the game that have seen Game Freak do a lot more with a lot less may not bear it, you know, and a lot of people may be pissed off at that. So don't go after anybody that's hating on the game that has an understandable opinion. You know, if you're going out and if you're attacking people just because they like one aspect of the game, that's not okay, all right? And I understand that we're a little bit mad right now. This is coming from a person that truly hated this direct, that doesn't think that this game shouldn't have gotten its own direct, is saying, all right? It's okay to have an opinion. Just don't bash anybody else. Don't try to hurt people. You know, let's talk about this. Let's see why we hate this game. Let's see why we like this game, and come together as a community to sort of figure this out together. Hopefully Game Freak will hear our words and that they'll make this a better experience for everyone. I really hope that this game does succeed in its own way. I hope that it can build a scene that people will be competitively playing for, and if it ever gets to the point today where it is competitively like made for money matches and stuff like that, that would be an amazing thing to see. But right now it is in a sinking ship, and I hope that it can swim out. So that's going to be all for this video today. I hope you all enjoyed. I really do. I'm probably going to get witch hunted for this video. But thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like this video and you want to see more, hit that like and the subscribe button, and peace out.